So it is a 7-2 lead for Central. Just under 5 minutes to play. And just as a reminder to everyone, today games are being played with 8-minute quarters instead of 10 minutes. So you haven't missed too much of the game. It was just around a minute or so to start. Smith thought about the shot. Looking to pass out of it. Little Makovsky, but Williams Gardner's there. Steals the ball. Wilkinson racing up ahead. Inside to Weeks. Back to Wilkinson. Williams Gardner from deep. And Zamira Williams Gardner showing what she can do. And Isha, she is one of the really exciting young players we've got out there on court.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, we saw her in the Final Fours not so long ago. I mean, we know she can shoot, she can attack the basket, so definitely one to be watching out for.
Plays the basketball for the City of Birmingham Rockets in the regular season. As Dinu, her shot short. Wesley Marion racing to the basket, stepping through, and a foul called. So Amelia May, Wesley Marion will go to the foul line. And Isha, there's a lot of players out there on court over the course of this weekend, but especially in the under-15s game that we're going to have, we've seen playing at the Home Nations tournament not too long ago. As you mentioned before, junior Final Fours. There's players that are starting now. People are going to start recognising names.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it tends to be that, I think, like, especially on the girls' side as well, you tend to get kind of a group of girls, a quite large group, and they just go through up the age groups. I mean, even the Home Nations, sorry, apologies. Even the Home Nations that we were at the other week, it's a lot of similar players there was last year. So already we're seeing, at such a young age, similar girls being selected in these things, making appearances. And yeah.
How important is that? Obviously, like, so the purpose of, we didn't get our introduction, so we'll just fill everyone in, but this is the Aspire All-Star National Tournament, and players are selected for these squads today, this weekend, throughout the Super Region camps that take place throughout the year. And Aspire is a program that develops basketball and life skills for talented 11 to 15-year-olds with the potential to play for England and GB. It's a pathway, isn't it, through the England Talent Programme, the under-16s, under-18s, under-20s, onto the senior team. So this is the start of a lot of players, like big careers, isn't it?
Yeah, for some of them, definitely. I mean, there's been so many people who have made it big, who have come through Aspire. But as I say, I mean, it's on the England Talent Pathway, so if you want to play for your country, you've got to play at Aspire, or at least go to the camp, something like that. It's something along the lines of that.
So Amelia May, Wesley Marion at the foul line, hits the first free throw. A player that was named the Dynamic Schools Conference Finals under-14 MVP earlier this year, dropped a massive 35 points, 13 rebounds, and had 8 steals. Nearly looking at a triple-double there as South grabbed the ball, but Williams Gardner once again stepping through to the hoop and gets it to fall. And that is the problem that Zamira Williams Gardner causes when she's out there on court. She's so quick, she's so fast, she reads those passing lanes slightly. I don't want to say undersized at this age, but she's a smaller guard, and I always think they're the most problematic out there on court, aren't they?
Oh, 100%. I mean, they're quite pesky defenders as well. I mean, we've just seen that steal there. I was going to say, when you said about that steal stat, 8 steals, I was going to say, we'd see if we have any mad ones today, but unfortunately we don't have any live stats. So
yeah, for everyone watching, so we don't have live stats today. We will have live stats tomorrow for the final, but Isha and me will keep you updated with the points scored, and we'll see if you can maybe get some rebounding stats.
Yeah.
Although I think we missed the start.
But yeah,
we'll give you,
it was a hectic start.
It was a hectic start. We'll give you some estimations.
Yeah. Stat estimations. It's a way forward.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, let's just guess.
Yeah, you don't even need to get 2 people on the start. It's me and Kaz will just do it.
So it will be South ball from the end line. Central with a lead here over South, just over 4.5 minutes to play. Central looking for their first win of the tournament, and it will be 4 teams in each group, and the top 2 teams will be moving on to tomorrow's final. We'll also have the 3rd and 4th placing games. So we've just got, I think, the table just discussing something with the referees, and Isha's gonna report back.
I think it's about a score potentially.
Okay, so we'll check on that. I was going to say you've got the ears of an eagle, but I don't think that's the right term.
I mean, it sounds good. The alliteration.
What listens well?
A bats, actually.
There you go. You got
But
the ears of a
I don't know
bat.
if that's listening because echolocation, isn't it?
That counts, yeah.
Something like that.
Isha Nair, everyone, the ears of a bat. So
I'm not going to coin that term.
we've got over on the far court as well. We've got the under-15 girls game between North and London taking place. At the moment, it's a 3-point lead for London, 10-7 in the first quarter. And over on the backcourt, we have North and London in the under-13 girls game, and we'll bring you a score update on that one when we can.
Which will probably be at the end of the game or at half time if we're being realistic.
The ball goes out of bounds, and it will be South possession. You can see here Central picking up full court, putting the pressure on defensively, trying to get in the way of South. Maya Sheldrick for South gets it over the halfway line. Sheldrick to Little Mikovsky. Around the outside, Little Mikovsky spins, looking for some help. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Sheldrick passing inside, and Abby Ajayi helps up from the floor. I think we had a jump ball call there. It will go the way of Central.
I just feel like the South haven't really been able to attack the basket a lot today. I mean, we just saw on that offense there, they passed the ball a little bit. They didn't really get to the basket. No one really got inside the key, and if they're not attacking the basket and bringing in them defenders, then it's going to be really hard to kind of get any good shots, get any good open shots. So just need to see them being a little bit more aggressive. But that is credit to Central's defense as well, because it has been pretty decent, or good, shall I say.
And we just look at the two teams, how they matched up. No one with they're quite evenly matched height-wise, aren't they? They've got, you know, there's no kind of too big a mismatch here. Williams-Gardner dishing off inside. Ajayi with the rebound.
At the moment, we don't have any score on this one, so can you just unsay it?
Balls. Oh, Little Mikovsky. South with another chance here. Williams-Gardner with a rebound for Central, doing a bit of everything out there on court. Stops, pulls up from the foul line. Can't get the roll. And Etienne driving. Central take the ball. Williams-Gardner to the basket as Sheldrick grabs the rebound. And South have possession. Luna Etienne for the South. Etienne dishes off underneath the basket. Going to go out of bounds. And it is a 13-2 lead for Central over South. Apologies that we don't have the score on the screen at the moment. We have had a few technical issues getting everything started today, but we will get that sorted for you as soon as possible, and me and Isha will keep you updated on the score. And just on that possession, Isha, so South racing to the basket, Etienne passing off, and it's a good look, that, isn't it? It didn't come out with a score for them, but the whole point of this tournament as well is for players to get to know players that they wouldn't normally be playing with. As Wesley Marion steals the ball, kicks it to the corner. But it's a really good opportunity, isn't it, for young players to get to learn to play in a competitive environment, against other players.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of these guys, so obviously some will know each other anyway. They might have played against each other, a lot of them. Unless they're on the same team, then they wouldn't have really played them before. But yeah, as you say, just a chance for them to be with different people. It is tough only having a few camps with each other, you know, trying to build offense, because I'm not sure when the final teams were decided. I know for the North it was like fairly towards the end, so they might have only had 1 or 2 training camps together with this actual team. So it's tough to just be not thrown in a situation, but it is kind of thrown in a situation where you're with players not used to, you know what I mean? You're not used to beat each other's offense. Defensively, you might not work on the same page. So just interesting to see how different players gel and mix. And to be fair, currently Central have done a good job at working together as a team. Not saying South haven't been working as a team, but it's just been more effective from Central so far.
And it's a case of where does someone want the ball? Where are they going to be when they're running? They might be in a little bit of a different position. As Satira Smith at the foul line for South gets the second one to go. And Smith with 2 points for South. And Smith intercepts the ball at the other end, doing it on both ends of the court. And stepping through, hangs in the air. A tough move to the basket for Satira Smith. And she was a player we saw at the England under-15 home nations representing England. She is such a strong presence inside, a really tough rebounder.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, if there's a way to get the team riled up, basically bring back the energy, it's by doing that. Just using her strength, moving the defender out of the way, and then it wasn't just like she just drove the basket head down. Good footwork there, taking a nice little step through and finishing. So, yeah, as you say, just tough presence inside.
I always like to watch Satira Smith with a different combination of guards. So we see her in playing for England, playing her basketball. Where she plays, whenever she's paired with another guard, it's really fun, that big and guard combination.
Yeah, definitely. We saw her do quite a few inside moves at that home nations tournament. Hopefully she'll pull some out the bag today.
So Satira Smith with 4 points for South, and Alex Little-Makovsky with 2 points for South. For Central, leading the way, it's Zamira Williams-Gardner with 5, Wesley Marianne with 3, and the shot clock's in the way for the other score. It is a 13-6 lead for Central over South. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Little-Makovsky. Smith-White. 4 seconds. South are going to have to put something up here. And ball goes the way of Central. And just, you mentioned it before, but the defensive pressure that Central are putting on, it's really impressive.
Yeah, it really has. Because, I mean, the score by a South score of 6, I mean, it's not because they're not trying, you know what I mean? Central has been so up in their faces, really tight, their hands are everywhere, so they're making it so difficult for South to even get to the basket.
Central moving the ball around, threes in and out. As the ball goes out of bounds, but going to stay with Central. And a travel called on Central, so South will get it back, a chance to try and increase this lead as we have a substitution for South. Demi Lamua checks into the game for the first time. Little-Makovsky hands it off to Lamue. Smith passing inside to Swanky, doesn't get it to fall. Central will just not be able to keep it inside.
I think she might have thought it went in, out about something. There's just like a miss kind of understanding there.
Smith, 5 seconds on the clock. Little-Makovsky, 3 seconds. Driving inside, hangs in the air, and that's good.
Yeah, tough move, nice little spin there. Now we're just seeing South actually trying to get into the basket.
And ball gets knocked away. It will stay Central possession. And substitution for South. Tilly Upfold checks in. Ella Ray Russell out to the corner. Lamb, time running down. Shot up at the buzzer. Won't go, but the offensive rebound for Central. They'll get another chance here. Denaya Jade Anderson with the step to the basket. Unlucky for that one not to fall. Ball's on the floor. Central come up with it. Lamb has Yearsley. Yearsley will get fouled on the shot. So Afia Yearsley goes to the foul line.
Can I just say, we've got some really loud Central fans behind us here. I mean, every ball, they're just really into it.
There's a lot of support, isn't there, in the crowd? It's nice. And the Central bench, I mean, we're closer to the Central bench, but they are loud.
Yeah, they are. Great to have that support. And it just means that when they get on the court, they're just as ready to go. They're just as energized, so.
Absolutely. So Afia Yearsley playing for the Bristol Academy Flyers. Gets the second free throw. Gets her first points of the game. It's a 6-point Central lead. 2 seconds. Going to be a lob here. Can we put something up? It'll be after the buzzer. Are we going to catch? That was after the buzzer.
Yeah, about 2 seconds after the buzzer cast.
So at the end of the first quarter, it is a 14-8 lead for Central over South. Leading the way for Central, it's Zamira Williams-Gardner with 5 points. And leading the way for South, Alexis Little-Makovsky and Satira Smith both on 4 points each. And over on court 1, between the under-15 girls, North and London. London have a 10-point lead in the second quarter, 19-9.
And we have a timeout over on court number 1 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Thank you to everybody joining us here on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Apologies for the technical difficulties that we've had to get things started, but we are working on getting the score on the screen for you. Thank you for bearing with us. There's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes, and it's been a hectic morning, hasn't it, Isha?
Yeah, something like that.
But we've got the game for you. We're here. It's going to be a really fantastic day of basketball. I mean, we've got 16 games across the day. That's a lot of games.
It's a lot, and it's also a lot of talking for you.
It is, isn't it? We'll see how we fare at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we've got games here on the show court. Me and Isha will be bringing you all the games this morning. Eve Shadwick will be joining me this afternoon. And you can also catch the action on the backcourt and on the side court as well. They're all live on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Check out the Aspire All-Star National Tournament playlist.
Get your split screens up.
Triple screens we need.
Triple screens, yeah.
So back underway for the second quarter. And as a reminder, we are playing 8-minute quarters today. Dinu going inside, high shot doesn't fall. Tipped back to South as Little-Makovsky. That one doesn't fall, but Satira Smith again with another rebound. And Little-Makovsky can't get it to go. And South doing a really good job here. Has count the basket and the foul. That was a really difficult finish there from Rosie Smythe. Gets a chance for an and one at the foul line.
Yeah, hopefully that can just bring up the energy of South just a little bit. I mean, and one, you heard the crowd reaction to that one as well, so.
It really pumps up the team as she completes the three-point play and gets herself on the scoreboard. Cuts the lead down to a single possession. Trakalita kicks it down. Anderson out to Yearsley. And can't save it in, but what a leap there from Ella Ray Russell for Central.
Yeah, I mean, the effort and energy out there, every single girl that's on the court is, what's the word? It's just all matched, yeah.
It is, isn't it? And you love to see that as well, because really, that's really something you can't really teach, isn't it? Because you have to, players have to want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can teach someone all the skills in the world, but if they're not going to put in the effort and do all them little things like trying to get them saves in, then there's no point. But, I mean, there's a difference between a player who will go after every ball, prepared to put their body on the line, compared to someone who's just there just to shoot, I guess.
That's the real difference as well, isn't it? That kind of like helps you step up to that next level, because it's just those extra margins.
Yeah, exactly. And as you said, you can't really teach that. You just kind of have to have that within you, just that drive.
Anderson pulls up from three, off the rim. That was a great look, though. And foul called on the rebound. That will go against Central. And as you mentioned earlier, Isha, so these teams, they're probably the final rosters finalised sometime this week. So teams haven't had that much chance to get to play together and get to know each other. When we look down the South squad, we've got 6 players out there that have been playing for the Milton Keynes Breakers club, and I think that just shows as well the strength of that programme and the work that's been done down there to really build up the teams. As Little Makovsky, high arc in 3, spins out.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely shows the strength of Milton Keynes. I mean, we saw it junior Final Fours. I mean, they won both under 14 titles, boys and girls, and they were in a fair few other age groups as well. So yeah, just to see them kind of dominating that list is great for them. And you also would have thought it would have worked in South's favour, that having players that are used to playing with each other. So
that familiarity. And the Milton Keynes Breakers as well, also doing a brilliant job in the women's WNBL, made it to the Division 2 final this season, and the men's team obviously coming up through Division 3 to 2 to 1. And yeah, a lot of exciting basketball being played in Milton Keynes. So substitutions for Central, Tiana Lacey and Zamira Williams-Gardner back on court. And off the ball foul goes against Central. So South with a chance to tie on this possession. Oh, great pass underneath the basket. And again, it's Rosie Smythe, right place, right time. She's going to go to the foul line. And since she's come out on court, Isha, she's just been really impactful underneath the basket. Yeah,
she's done a really good job of kind of hanging around that like low post sort of area. I mean, as someone's driving, she's kind of like clocking around just a little bit, getting that nice little, we've seen that quite a few times, like 2 or 3 times, that nice little dump off pass to the side, and she's just there able to finish. And obviously because of the position she's in as well, just draws the defenders in. The defender's never going to be in the right position, especially if they're on help, to contest without fouling. So great job from her.
Plays a basketball for Ipswich. Second one doesn't go, but again, Satira Smith with the offensive rebound. She is just unstoppable at times on the offensive glass. This is why we want live stats, because I think, I mean, she's had at least 3 offensive rebounds.
Must be something like that. We'll call it 3.
We'll call it 3.
Each one calls his live stats.
It's a 3-point Central lead. Williams-Gardner. Wesley Marion. Back to Williams-Gardner. 3 doesn't drop. And you can see South there, they kind of switched up their defense a little bit, able to run the clock down, forcing Central to take a shot late in the clock, but they've really looked like they've stepped up their defense.
Yeah, they really have. And I mean, I know this is never an excuse, but it is early in the morning.
It's
not even 9:30, so maybe they just took that first quarter for South to kind of just wake up, really. As weird as it sounds, wake up, warm up, but sometimes it can just be the little things like that.
Absolutely, as Williams-Gardner with the steal, stops. Oh, what a move! Can't get it to drop.
Great
but
footwork.
Central will have it. Wesley Marion stepping through. Oh, we're seeing some fancy footwork today, Isha.
Really hard. I mean, everyone's bringing out their bags, going deep in their bags. Proper highlight reel players.
And foul called on the floor. So me and Hannah Alty, we want a highlight tape of, you know, when someone makes an awesome pass, but it doesn't result in a finish.
Yeah.
We want that. Like, we want that highlight reel, because you're missing out on some amazing passes just because someone doesn't finish.
Yeah. So all that pressure of like finishing the highlight.
You're like, this is such a good pass. I remember Zamira Williams-Gardner looking to break free. Trakalita going to the basket, gets the whistle. And Liepa Trakalita goes to the foul line. A chance for 2 here. As we have a substitution for South, Alessia Dinu and Holly Smith-White into the game. First one doesn't drop for Chocolita. Playing for the Bristol Academy Flyers. She was named the Under-16 Flyers Most Improved Player this season. Represented Central at Aspire back in 2023 at the Under-13 level. And great finish there at the basket. Williams-Gardner to Chocolita.
Yeah, great call there. I mean, you see that on the same page.
And off the rim. Lacey. Muffalo underneath the hoop, just one step too many. And South will get it back.
I mean, we've seen a lot of like misses today, but another thing that people aren't taking to heart is the baskets. Like, it does make a lot. I mean, most sports halls in the UK don't have the glass backboard, so things like depth perception and stuff can be really difficult.
Definitely is. Little Makovsky floater picked up by Wesley Marion. Picked off though by Smith White. And we got a jump ball called Central possession. The hustle from both teams really evident on display, especially here in the second, Isha.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, every time there's something on the floor, there's one of each team just on the ball every single time.
Gracie Wilkinson checks in for Central. Williams-Gardner. Hands up to Lacey. Lacey kicks it to the corner. Three's up. We need those, no one can see us here, but we need those tennis chairs. You know, those really tall tennis chairs. Because
like that the umpires is.
Yeah, oh, that's what it is.
And then if you've seen when it starts raining, they get like dragged back. I'll show you later.
Central ball. Buffalo hands off to Wilkinson. And it stays Central ball, but you can see what Central are looking for there. Karis Benea inside, like rolling to the basket, looking to get that pass.
Yeah, and to be fair, that first quarter was very effective. They were doing it with all their players. That makes sense, just that little roll. There was a few times it was just a simple pick and roll, but South have definitely locked that down much better this quarter.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Long three, picked up by Etienne. Smith racing down the court, all the way to the basket, and Satira Smith up to 6 points personal.
Yeah, it was a great fast break. Probably just needed a few more of them in the first quarter, but as you said, they've settled in now, so.
Lacey. Wilkinson step back. Oh, banks it in! That's a long two, but Gracie Wilkinson, a huge shot for Central. Etienne looks to answer, rolls out, but Smith with another big rebound, powering away to the basket, and Satira Smith finishes, takes the contact, and gonna go to the foul line.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about inside presence, and that just says it all, really. Tough move to the basket, and one little power dribble, just absorbing that contact and able to finish under the pressure.
And starting it off as well, getting that offensive rebound, so she's positioning herself really well, and then able to convert.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, that's on what? Well, according to us, 4 or 5 offensive rebounds.
We're giving her 4 offensive rebounds. But also, we need to say Zamira Williams-Gardner's probably got like 3 steals. So Smith.
Yeah, contender for the pesky defender of the game.
We'll bring you Isha's pesky defender of the game at the end of the game. And in every game where we remember to do it.
Yeah, which is usually not many.
And tough drive by April Muffalo. Runs into traffic from South though. South did a good job to recover and stop that run. So it's a 3-point Central lead, 18-15. And ball goes back with Central. Central will inbound. Over on the side court, North looking to make a comeback against London. It's a 6-point lead for London, 24-18 in the second quarter. Smith-White, Etienne. And ball's out of bounds, Central get it back. Williams-Gardner and Central need to get it over the halfway line, they will. And passes knocked out of bounds, but that's the kind of connection, isn't it, Isha, that, you know, it didn't come off that time, but that's going to grow when those two players work together, when we see Carius Benea and Zamira Williams-Gardner play more basketball together.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, we said it before, they're playing with people they've not necessarily played before. Offensively, they're not on the same page, but they might not necessarily be used to the sort of movements, because whilst you should have whilst everyone has like a kind of set movement that you want, everyone has little nuances in the way they move, so.
And so that people like the ball in a different place, don't
Exactly.
they? Like whether they're going to catch it high, catch it low.
Simple things with their height. They might not be used to playing with a tall player like that.
Exactly. As Smith draws the foul, and this is exactly what we saw her do when she was playing at the Under-15 Home Nations tournament. She's able to either get to the basket and finish, or she gets herself to the foul line.
Yeah, I mean, because she's so physically strong as well, whilst she does draw on that foul, most of the time she's able to kind of just play through that contact and figure out the finish area. Obviously that time she didn't, but we've already seen how many, 2 and 1 today by her,
Yeah.
so.
As first one doesn't go. But Smith previously playing for the South End Scorpions and has represented South at the under-13 level at Aspire in 2023. She was named to the All-Star 5 then, gets a second to go and takes herself up to 7 points. Puts the Central lead down to 2, intercepted by Smith-White. Smith-White gets the whistle. That looked like it was about to drop and the crowd were about to explode.
Yeah, I mean, because the South fans aren't behind us, but they're equally as loud as the Central ones, just because the Centrals are closer to us.
So Holly Smith-White at the foul line. And we'll see Ariana Owusa check into the game for South as Smith heads to the bench for a well-deserved rest for Tyra Smith.
Yeah, she's putting a shift. I mean, it's only 9:37 in the morning, but she's putting a shift.
And she's got another game to play later on today.
Yeah, hopefully she stretches in between them.
So Smith-White playing for the Milton Keynes Breakers. Second one doesn't go. That was a great box out from Danae Jade Anderson. And she gets the ball over the line, stepping through. Doesn't fall, but again, some fancy footwork on display as Little Makovsky. The shot doesn't go for South. Wilkinson, long shot, picked up by Benea underneath the basket. And head coach Jem Salmon wants a timeout for Central, wants to talk things through with her team. And Isha, we talk about the players out there on court. This is a great opportunity for them and a learning experience, but it's also a really great opportunity for the coaches to start to work with players that they wouldn't normally, develop their skills as well, and work with a different team around them.
Yeah, I mean, it's just opportunities, isn't it? Because it's one thing just staying with the same team all the time, same girls, but you might not working. So say if you work with a group of players and they're all similar skills, similar heights, things like that, you might not be used to working with a big, so it just gives you a chance to do other things as well, offensively, defensively, try out new things, work out how to work with these players. So yeah, good opportunity for everyone really. But I think it's probably taking this time out because they look a bit Central at the moment compared to what they look like in the first quarter. They're a bit kind of, I don't want to say erratic, but they're just a bit all over the place. Probably need to settle it down to a little bit, maybe just slow the offense down. But both sides, there's been times when both sides have been like that. And there's so many factors in play that kind of make it that way. So just see what happens.
It's
still
kind
2 quarters to go.
the nature of the game as well, isn't it? And like having played yesterday, we have said it is early, and you know, you're getting used to playing with a new set of players, maybe playing in a new position, maybe playing a little bit differently to how you would. Oh, what a pass and finish there from Denia Jade Anderson. That is exactly what Coach Jem Salmon wants to see coming out of that timeout. South looking to answer. Shot doesn't go, but what a run there from Holly Smith-White. She is rapid, Isha.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you blinked and she was on the other
blur.
side. Like,
Usain Bolt's out there. Sha'Carri Richardson, actually, that's a better comparison in the girls' game.
yeah.
So Smith-White gets back to the foul line, playing for the under-14 Milton Keynes Breakers. So junior Final Four winner. Earlier this year, she had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 steals in the final against the Richmond Knights. Gets her first free throw to drop there.
I think both teams have definitely woken up now. I mean, every single thing that happens is an answer back on the other end.
It's just blow for blow, isn't it? As
Really
she goes
is.
2 of 2 from the line, gets her first points of the game, and brings it back to a single possession game. Williams-Gardner. Hands off to Wilkinson. Lacey. Lacey. Scoop shot is good. That was a great move. Behind the back, getting to the basket and finishing. And intercepted as Denia Jade Anderson increases the score for Central.
I mean, whatever Jem Salmon said in that timeout definitely has worked.
And Holly Smith-White again gets to the foul line.
I mean, South now, we saw in that first quarter, they weren't really attacking the basket. Now, as soon as they've started to be aggressive, go up strong, they're drawing all the fouls, so.
And a substitution for Central. As they call it, Buffalo checks back in. But yeah, you're right, whatever Jem Salmon said in that timeout has certainly lit a fire under Central.
Yeah, it really has.
Smith-White gets the first to go. She's a really strong scorer, was playing for the Breakers under 14s last year as well, dropped 34 points against the Mansfield Giants last season. And second one doesn't go, but offensive rebound for South. They've done a great job of that. And Smith-White again, that doesn't fall. But a foul called underneath the basket as Ariana Owusa will go to the line. And you can see the difference here now for South under the basket. Like you said, they're driving, they're just making their presence known.
They are, I think, that's literally what has changed from now and then. They've just warmed up into the game, they've gotten used to it, they've woken up. That's literally the difference. But definitely a much stronger performance from them in this second quarter.
So Owusa playing for the Bracknell Cobras. Represented England at the under-14 home nations this year. Gets herself on the scoreboard. Leads down to 4. And we'll just have a stop as the clock didn't start there. Started now, but it needs to stop. So clock will just get reset. We've got around 30 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, referee Adam Hughes just putting that hand up there, letting the table officials know.
We've got some yellow ref tops today.
Yeah, I was thinking before, as soon as I walked in, I was like, every single tournament or whatever, they have
a different colour.
Yeah, interesting colours, interesting decisions on the choice of referee tops.
You know when you can buy player jerseys?
Yeah.
I think you should be able to buy ref jerseys. If you've got a favourite ref, you should be able to rep them.
Yeah, because I mean, they have numbers on the back. What are the refs out here?
We've got Amy Russell.
As in, like, what numbers are they wearing?
What's Amy's number
41.
That's a good number.
It's a good number.
Do you think they get to pick, like the players do?
Yeah, that would be good. Then they have to argue about who wants what. On the far court, we've got 38, 4, and other referee in the back to us.
36 here.
Adam Hughes is 36.
This makes for great watching. This does. Everyone at home.
Yeah, no, referee number spotting.
And then you could have a stat column. You could be like, ref number 36 has called 3 offensive fouls.
Yeah, if FIBA are watching this right now, whoever's in charge of FIBA live stats, add a column for the referees. Add a referee stat column.
You should go on Dragon's Den, Isha.
I'll be there.
Samira Williams-Gardner with the ball for Central. South pick it up. Smith-White again, racing to the basket. Shot doesn't go. Owusa cleaning up the glass, puts the ball in the basket. 2 seconds. Lita puts something up here. It'll be after the buzzer. Won't go. So at the end of the first half, it's a 24-22 lead for Central over South. A really strong second quarter there from South, who cut into the Central lead. It was around 10 points in the first quarter. And Holly Smith-White, she has been so impressive since she came out on the court. She's so fast, so quick, and she's really turned things around since she's been out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a plethora of players who've just come out, and then it's like every time they come out, there's no play that's come out and not had an impact. Sometimes you get a sub in there, might be nervous, it might take them a while to get into the game, but I think because the energy that's been created here, because we've got such great support from the crowd, from the parents, even the benches, when every time a player comes out, they're just ready to play.
I'm just saying, are we having a 2-minute halftime? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, are we having a 2-minute halftime? I think we are.
2 minutes halftime. That's
2 minutes halftime.
Interesting one.
It looks to be. So, yes. We we're talking to the camera at the moment, and. Yeah, so we're having a 2-minute halftime, it looks like. So, Isha, it's going to be it's a quick turnaround today, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, no break, unfortunately.
Right. So, over on court 1, we've got London up 29-24 over North. As a reminder, it will be the top 2 teams that make it through to tomorrow's final, and we will also have the 3rd and 4th placing games taking place as well tomorrow. So loads more action across the weekend. You can catch it all on the Basketball England YouTube channel. All games live all weekend long, and tomorrow we will have the live stats for the finals games. So loads more action to come. Keep up to date with the Basketball England social media channels. Loads of clips, interviews, highlights from throughout the day. There's just so much action going on, Isha.
Yeah, we'll be here. Throughout.
They are, so it is. We are having 2-minute half times. Okay, this is going to be a quick turnaround.
What time's the next game, Carl?
The next game is due to tip off at 10:45 in around an hour's time, and that will be the under-15 boys. So here on the show court, we'll have North versus London, and on the side court, we'll have South and Central. In the back court, it is the shooting challenge competition for the under-13s. So back out on court, 2-point Central lead, and South have possession. Smith working away inside, spins, hangs in the air, doesn't fall. Williams-Gardner gets the ball for Central. Anderson stepping through, and Dinu secures it for South. Smith-White, Little Makovsky has to pass out of it, and Dinu finds an open lane to the basket. And we've got a tie game at 24 all, intercepted by Smith-White. And again, the impact of Holly Smith-White out there on the court for South has been huge. Etienne. Smith finds space, and South will take the lead for the first time this game.
Yeah, come out of that halftime break, if you can call it that, but they've come out of it strong.
Wilkinson. Williams-Gardner. Step in, gets the whistle. Everyone's been learning a Euro step, I think.
Definitely. It must have been on the, so for when it's like the regions for Aspire, like the smaller ones, not like North, like Northwest, Northeast, they have like a program that's supposed to follow. So obviously everyone, for some reason, has been doing them in their sessions.
I mean, it's working, it's working. So Williams-Gardner at the foul line for Central. She was playing for the City of Birmingham Rockets at the under-14 junior Final Fours this year. 14 points and 5 rebounds in the 3rd and 4th place placing game against the Manchester Mystics for her. represented England under 14 at the Tri-Nations tournament last year. And gets the roll on the second. Takes her up to 7 points personal, ties the game at 26. Dinu. And Williams-Gardner again coming up with another steal. Anderson has to back it out. Good decision there. Anderson takes it to the basket. South with a chance to go back on top as Smith-White. Hook shot. Doesn't roll, but Smith fighting for the rebound. Ball's gonna go the way of Central.
I mean, she didn't come up with it that time, but it's just the fact that she's there. Her presence again. Every rebound offensively she's after.
She sees the ball and she's like, I'm having that ball. Or I'm gonna do my absolute best to get it.
Yeah.
Wesley Marion. And Etienne pushes it down the court for South. Williams-Gardner with the rebound. Wesley Marion to a running Anderson. I really like this decision-making here from Zai Jade Anderson as she's passes around to Weeks inside. And Anderson with the short jumper bounces out. But Anderson there, you know, she knows when there's a mismatch in numbers and she knows when to back it out and reset the offense.
Yeah, I think that's something we've seen a lot of this game as well, especially at younger age groups. It's so tempting on a fast break just to go up just because it's a fast break. So
and it's fun.
In your head, yeah, exactly. Like your wife just be like, go up. But yeah, she just reads the floor, knows when to pull it back, and just can slow the offense down, which is good in the context of the game as well, because it just stops it from getting a bit all over the place. Or back and forth, whatever.
Rebound Central as the ball's knocked out of bounds. And we'll see a substitution for South as Demi Lamue checks into the game. So South ball, we are tied at 26 all. And over on court one, it's become a single possession game between North and London, 31-29 to London.
Yeah, you've seen head coach Nat Furtado talking to the North team there.
Little Makovsky on the break and finished by Lamue, coming into the game and making an impact straight away.
Yeah, everyone's cleaning up the glass on South now.
And it's the importance, isn't it, of following the shot. As ball's on the floor, Dinu picks it up, Little Makovsky off the glass and in.
See, and that's what we talk about, that hustle. How many players are on the floor then, but just that little extra effort just led to easy basket there.
And it's a 4-point South lead. Wesley Marion, three doesn't drop. Weeks is there for the rebounds. And a travel call forced by South as a substitution for both teams. So a 4-point South lead.
I know we spoke about the referee tops, but the physio tops are a very interesting decision as well. The high-vis colour.
Oh, I've just spotted them. I don't know how I didn't see them before. Yeah, very,
how did you not
very
spot
bright.
them, Kaz?
And Etienne with a deep three! Banks it in off the glass.
Yeah, that is a big bucket there.
And South stretching out the lead here. As Wesley Marion fouled driving to the basket, but South really turned it around here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they really had. They just carried on with that momentum that they picked up in the second quarter, and they're just...
They're rolling.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
So first one doesn't fall. Wesley Marion, part of the England under-14 selection camp last year. And gets a second to go. 6-point South lead. We've got just over 3.5 minutes to play. Little Makovsky. South need to get it over the halfway line. They do. And what a finish under the basket. Again, it's Rosie Smythe. Right place, right time. Little Makovsky with the rebound. And Smythe again, back-to-back buckets for Rosie Smythe.
She just positions herself so well. She's always in the right place where her defense is going to get the ball, ready to catch that ball, just making it really easy for her teammates at the moment.
And foul called against Central. And we'll have a substitution as Tilly Upfold checks in for South. And Lipa Trakalita checks in for Central. 10-point South lead. And a foul on the shot will send Central to the free throw line. Oh, we got a tie game over on court one. London and North tied at 31 all.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of games this weekend that are literally going to go down to the wire. Wonder if I have any overtime. Actually, how long do they have overtime? 4 minutes, I'm assuming. Or...
Oh, because we're having shorter quarters.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Let's hope it happens so we can find out.
Maybe 2.5 minutes. LRA Russell gets the roll on the free throw, cuts the lead down to single digits. Little Makovsky driving baseline, floater, doesn't fall. Central can't save it in. South will get it back. Upfold against Yearsley. And it will be Central possession, South possession. I had a 50-50 chance there.
Yeah. I get mixed up. I don't know why. They're very easily mixed up. South, Central, whatever.
It sounds like a place combined.
It really does. It's too short of a name to be like South, or it's like Central.
Little Makovsky, 2 seconds. Need to put something up here. Time will expire on the shot clock.
Yeah, I mean, that's unlucky, but good defense from Central there just to force them to not take a shot, basically.
Going straight to the ball. As we've got a timeout call, 2 minutes 3 left to play in the third quarter. And over on court one, North have taken a lead, 36-31 over London. And oh, that was a big three from North. So now they're up 7-8. Oh my goodness, it's very early.
I mean, already we've seen 2 games where the scores have been swung. I mean, no, I don't want to speak too soon, because obviously it's still over quarter. But
no, but they have, but in both games we've seen, so the game we're talking about over on court one, you can catch, that is live on the Basketball England YouTube channel, North and London. So North have made a comeback, and right here on the show court, South having made the comeback against Central. And sometimes is it a case of, you know, we can see there that is the North team up against London, just in a timeout, talking with head coach Nat Furtado, drawing up a game plan for the team. A really experienced coach and just a fantastic player herself. I'm sure she'll be calling for a box out at some point.
Yeah, something like that. Just saying, we won. Actually, it was different, but you know when it used to be like Northwest, North, whatever. I actually won it with Nat Furtado, so.
So back out on court, Buffaloes 3 doesn't fall. And jump ball called. It will stay with Central. Central looking to chip into this lead. Lacey. Russell goes on the left-hand side. Puts the lead down to 7. Russell up to 3 points. Little Makovsky moving the ball around. Swanky. Picked up by Swanky, and Central take it away. And Russell, Little Makovsky intercepts it. A frantic pace from both teams as she'll back it out.
Yeah, Little Makovsky is just everywhere at the moment. She's getting a hand on everything.
She doesn't stop moving as Lamue gets her own rebound and finishes on the putback. And we'll see Abby Ajayi and Holly Smith-White back in for South. Under a minute to play in the third. Yearsley kicks it out to the corner, and long two is good for Russell. Leads down to 7.
That's what we saw him do a lot. Drive and a nice strong drive. Draw all the defenders in. There's someone wide open for a nice little shot.
Smith-White all the way and stays South ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. A long three! Lamue making it rain here. Smith-White intercepts it. 10 seconds in the quarter. Little Makovsky. Lamue. Back to Smith-White. 1 second, has to put it up. Off the back iron. And that will do it for the third quarter. It's a 42-32 lead for South over Central. Central pulled it back there, got it close, but again, South have just been able to draw out the score.
Yeah, I mean, South in that quarter, they just carried on from where they left off. I mean, first quarter they were a bit slow. Second, they picked up the pace a bit, and I mean, now, as we can see, I mean, 10 points isn't a lot in basketball, but it's only one 8-minute quarter left, and that 2 minutes does make a massive difference. So they've done a really good job to get themselves in that position. Central just struggling to score a bit. I mean, partly of it is due to South's defense. They've stepped it up a lot more, but then also I feel like they haven't been getting to the basket as much. They haven't been getting as many drives. There's not been as many fast breaks, so
yeah, both teams have kind of stopped that, haven't they? Because maybe they've got used to how it's going to happen, so they've been able to put something in place to stop the run. Yeah,
because I mean, in that first half, there were so many fast breaks where, I mean, there's no discredit to any of the plays, but they're going 100 miles an hour. I mean, they're getting there to the basket, but it's like you're so tempted to, as we were saying before, take that shot when there's a defender in your face, and then because you're going so fast, well, it ends up like pinging off the backboard. But there's more the fact that they've got the effort and they've got there in the first place, I guess. But
absolutely, so teams coming back out on court. 1 more quarter to play, and also, so you know, players are used to playing a 10-minute quarter, so to knock 2 minutes off there, that can kind of throw off your game plan a little bit, and especially for the coaches as well, used to planning for you've got a bit more time. Like you say, those 2 minutes does make a difference.
It really does. So then it also makes it like not tough on the players. In theory, they should be playing better for longer as well, if that makes sense, because
Etienne with a strong move to the basket. Sorry to cut you off, Isha.
No, I was just going to say, because it's a shorter time, obviously, so in theory you shouldn't get as tired, but it's not necessarily the case.
Oh, this is why everyone's racing up ahead. They know they've saved 8 minutes across the game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everyone has to play as well, because obviously there's 12 players, and there's like I'm not entirely sure what that rule is. I might need to double check with someone. There's something about how everyone has to play a certain amount of time.
To mix up the bench. Three doesn't go for South. And another jump ball is called. Will stay Central possession. Draculita underneath the basket. And jump ball goes the way of South. So South possession have their biggest lead of the game so far with 12. Etienne, hook shot, not that time, as Williams Gardner will set the team up here for Central. Russell, dancing through the key, not that time, as Smith back out on court for South, takes it to the basket, doesn't get the roll, and stays with South. Dinu on the inbound, has Etienne, and good hands there from Anderson, knocks the ball out of bounds. South have to reset. Little Makovsky, and blocked by Russell, and jump ball stays South ball.
I'll be interested to see how scrappy the later games are, considering.
I mean, teams are playing, two games a day. So they played last night around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Teams will be playing 2 games today.
And that's a late, considering the early start, like, it's such a late game, 5 or 6 o'clock. Like, you haven't really, I don't know, to me that just feels like not a lot of time to kind of recover, really.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of time in between. As Wesley Marion for Central. Double teamed, out to Anderson. Anderson hanging in the air, won't go. Smith with a rebound. Dinu dishes off. Little Makovsky gets her own rebound. Can't quite finish. The hustle from Alex Little Makovsky is absolutely fantastic to see. As Weeks for Central. And jump ball forced. Stays with Central.
Also, I think because I'm being tired is kind of another reason why it's so scrappy in a way, because I'm not to disrespect any players again, but like for me, if when you're tired and like more tired, you're gonna dive on the floor, because if I dive on the floor here, that means I'd have to run all the way back on defense. So you know what I mean? You're doing the little, it's just not that little to jump on the floor, really.
It's like conserving energy, isn't it, really?
In a way.
And Weeks intercepts the ball for Central. Williams Gardner. Just over 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Anderson thought about the shot, takes it to the basket. Dinu's there. And Central will get it back. Long two from Weeks. And Sophie Weeks gets herself on the scoreboard. And Little Makovsky looks to answer. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Wesley Marion getting up in the air.
Also, scoring distribution on both sides, like, it's quite spread. It's not like one person's going to score like 40 points. Well, quite a lot of people have contributed to score, which is great to see.
Really evenly spread out. And it can be a bit of a good problem for coaches to have, because obviously the players that they've got out there on court, you know, they're really high-level players. As Dinu's high-arcing 3 bounces off, but you've got to manage that, haven't you? You've got to manage players that maybe would be used to playing maybe nearly a full game. As Wesley Marion takes the contact, and the foul, going to go back to the free throw line. A chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, and it also makes it difficult for like defensively, because normally, obviously for this they probably don't have scouting reports because, again, mixture of teams, late rosters, things like that. But you tend to know, which players you're going to look out for. Like, we need to, face guard this person. But if everyone can score, then not that no one can get away with playing lazy defense. Then basically, you've got to be up in everyone's faces all the time.
As Russell grabs the rebound, another chance on offense for Central. Wesley Marion 3, spins out. Smith-White with the rebound. Double teamed, but breaks it through. As ball goes back with Central. Williams-Gardner. Back to Wesley Marion. Looking for a path to the basket. Finds it and puts it in.
Yeah, that was a tough move. She's basically underneath the basket when she threw that one up. Great finish.
As she intercepts the ball. Gonna take it again. Scoop layup. Gets the roll. And Wesley Marion leading the charge here for Central, cuts it down to a 4-point game. Another steal for Wesley Marion and a finish. 6 straight points for Wesley Marion. It's a 2-point game.
Yeah, she's actually brought Central back in the game.
The Central fans behind us, the chance of defense absolutely deafening.
Yeah, they absolutely erupted. That was similar to, is it Tracy McGrady, how many points he's got? That was just basically that. 12 points in about 30 seconds. Something like that. That was like 6 points in like 10 seconds.
And 2 steals as well.
That's crazy.
So a timeout called. Central pulled themselves back from 12 points down. They are looking for their first win of the tournament, and they are showing no signs of stopping. It's a 44-42 lead for South. We can see they're back on the replay. Wesley Marion just doing it. She says, okay, let me just score.
Yeah.
Well, don't let me on defense, but that's what she's going to do. And that's why she's such an impactful player, isn't it? She's 3 straight possessions. She's been able to take the ball and put it in the basket.
Yeah, and not with ease as well. It's not like the South players just let her score. So with all that pressure, she's got the pressure of the crowd, the pressure of the context of the game. How many points were they down before?
They were down 12 earlier
points,
on, yeah.
And she's just brought it back, just absorbed that pressure. So great job for her.
So let's see if South can respond coming out of this timeout. Head coach of the South, Freddie Winton, coaching for the Sussex Storm, alongside his assistant, Emerson Westerby-Sissons.
Sorry, I was really distracted by the crowd.
A really loud chant here for Central. Smith for South. Going baseline, gets her own rebound. Weeks has it for Central. Williams-Gardner against Little Makovsky. Williams-Gardner dishes out. Wesley Marion off the rim, but an offensive rebound for Central, so another chance. Russell takes it to the basket, gets the whistle. And Ella Ray Russell, a chance to tie this at the foul line. And Russell named to the under-14 All-Star 5 team at Junior Final Fours earlier this year. 11.5 points per game and 14 rebounds along with, 11.5 points per game, 14 rebounds and 5 steals across the competition.
We've still got 3 minutes left in this game, and the crowd's acting like it's 30 seconds left. Imagine what it's going to be like.
It's going to be deafening. So Russell goes 2 of 2 from the line. We are tied at 44 all. So South made a comeback earlier on. They were down. Central made a comeback after being down 12. It's anybody's game here.
It really is. It could go either way.
Smith-White looks to get it in. Long pass. Wesley Marion's there. Tips the ball. Central with a chance to go ahead here. Little stutter step from Wesley Marion. Shot short. Smith-White picks up the rebound. Little Mikovsky rolls out. And where did that go? And finishing at the basket, Smith-White yet again for South.
This is where the game's really going to test the players, because every single shot now counts. Like, what is the correct shot? What's a good shot take? What's a bad shot? So really testing plays, especially if you've not been in this situation before.
Absolutely, and it's things like this that is a learning experience. You know, you're learning to play with an incredibly loud crowd that are, you know, half of them are against you and half of them are for you. But that's a situation players may not have been in before. As Wesley Marion runs into traffic and a foul called under the basket. But it's quite an intense atmosphere, isn't it, to play in? And if you're a young player, you may not have played in, if you've not been at Junior Final Fours, perhaps you may not have been able to experience this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can hear people not shouting out bad things, but just, you know what I mean, kind of shouting out a lot. I mean, just the noise in itself.
It's distracting.
It really is, just playing with how loud it is.
Smith-White weaks, and Smythe finds Little Mikovsky. Little Mikovsky doesn't go, ball's out of bounds. And Central possession? I say with confidence.
I'm unsure.
Nope, South possession. Little Mikovsky to inbound. It's a 2-point South lead. We'll see Luna Etienne check back in for South. Little Mikovsky needs to get it in. Smith's there. Wesley Marion with the steal. And foul will be called against South. Now, that's going to be South's 3rd team foul.
I'm going to say, yeah, interesting enough, neither team is on team fouls currently.
You can see there Wesley Marion. So it will be a possession. So was that an unsportsmanlike, Isha?
I didn't see the call, I'm not going to lie.
So we'll just get that checked for you, but South on 3 team fouls.
Yeah, confirmation that was an unsportsmanlike foul.
So that's 2 shots and possession. So Wesley Marion will take the 2nd. And gets the 2nd to go. It's a 1-point game. Wesley Marion up to 13 points personal. So it will be possession for Central. They have a chance to take the lead here. 2:13 to play in the 4th. Anderson into Williams-Gardner. Wesley Marion thought about the shot, runs into Smith, spins, scoop shot is good! Count it, and the foul! Wesley Marion on fire here for Central.
What a big bucket. I mean, just like when it counts as well, able to take in all that contact and still finish. What a move, what a finish. See if she can come
the
back.
long arm scoop as well, that was such a difficult shot to get around to defenders. So Central on top by 1. Wesley Marion, free throw doesn't fall, but Smith-White racing down the court, has Etienne for South. And baseline jumper's short, ball's out of bounds, stays with South. So South down 1, just under 2 minutes to play. Dinu has Smith. Smith under the basket, gets the whistle, and Satira Smith will go to the foul line for South.
I mean, just to look on the other court as well, some crazy games going on at the moment.
So North have just taken a 2-point lead over London on court one. It's a 52-50 lead for North there. And here we've got a 47-46 lead for Central over South. Satira Smith, 2 free throws to come. A high arcing shot ties the game at 47 all. Smith was at the GB under-16 combine in January this year. Second one doesn't drop. Russell with the rebound. Double team comes and jump ball called. It's going to stay with South. 1:42 to play. Over on court one, it's a tie game with 1:15 to play. Split screen time. We don't even know what's going on the backcourt.
I know, yeah, what exciting time at 20 past 10 in the morning. Like,
this has woken everyone up.
it really has. I mean, it could get really loud in here in about 2 minutes' time.
And Smith with a big bucket for South puts them back up by 2. Again, Satira Smith, right place, right time, positions herself so well under the basket and takes a total to 14 points personal. Central looking to answer. Wesley Marion looked like she had a pass there. Takes it all the way.
It's that nice little scoop that she has going underneath the defender and still able to finish uncontested.
Wesley Marion cannot stop scoring. Tied at 49 all. Etienne for South. It's up and off the rim. Big rebound there from Smythe. And a whistle on the floor, so that's a foul.
2 shots because they're on team fouls, so at least they'll get possession after. Oh, if they get the rebound.
So 1 minute to go here between Central and South over on court one. The North up by 1 against London. 2 absolutely fantastic games here. As we'll see, Zamira Williams-Gardner at the foul line for Central. She's had a really big game so far. 7 points for her. We've lost count of how many steals. Let's go for 5.
Yeah.
And a player that came through Aspire at the under-13 level. As she looks to put Central up here. And that's short. So South will have possession. Tied at 49 all. South ball, Little Makovsky. Smith-White. Over the line. Round to Etienne. Smythe inside, working against Wheat. Smythe, double team comes, hook shot. Doesn't fall. Russell on the break, going to slow it down. Anderson pulls up for 3, bounces out but gets her own rebound. Round to Williams-Gardner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Long pass into the corner. Too strong, Etienne has it.
1 possession game.
Smith-White to the basket. Gets it to go. Holly Smith-White with a run-in floater. A huge shot for South. Puts them up 2 with 13.5 seconds to go.
Wow, what a big moment, what a big shot. Finishing, that was not an easy shot at all. Of about 2-3 defenders able to get it to go.
Such a difficult basket. And Holly Smith-White, as she has done all game long has been coming up big for South. She races down the court at speeds that I've never seen before. It's ridiculous. And she gets to the basket, bringing her total to 7 points personal, and it's a 2-point South lead. So Central coach Jem Salmon taking a timeout alongside her assistant Shanice Turner. And I've just got to shout out Jem Salmon's. She's wearing the Sabrina Ionescu Oregon Ducks Nike shoes. They're really nice. Nice green and yellow with the Central theme of green and yellow. I like it.
And the referee.
She's thought it through.
But yeah, I mean, we said about she being quick, but if we look at the clock, as we said, a lot of players might not have been in this situation before.
That's true.
It was 21 seconds left when South got possession of the ball. So in theory, it'd be like, okay, you hold the ball and you take a shot at the last second. So then, because now Central have a chance to catch up. In theory, they could get a 3, they could juice and they don't get a 3-pointer in the game, but we'll see what happens.
Let's see what Coach Jem Salmon's drawn up for the team. So 2-point lead for South. Williams-Gardner, 12 seconds. Williams-Gardner looking to get to the basket, spins, hangs in the air, banks it in! And we are tied at 51 all. 6 seconds to go. South possession. Little Mikovsky, 3 seconds, 2 seconds Smith. And it looks like we're going to overtime. So let's find out how long overtime is, Isha.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. What seriously, so we look on the other court as well.
And we've got a 1-point game with 8.3 seconds to go between London and North. What an absolutely fantastic start to the day so far here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. You don't want to miss like a second of this. This has been absolutely amazing so far. Two games already that are just going down to the wire. We've got overtime, Isha.
No,
how long is
believe
overtime?
this. There's no overtime.
What? There's no overtime?
It's golden basket.
What? So first basket wins?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What more could you want? I'm glad that we got given the rules before today. But so first basket wins. This is going to be very interesting, very intense. And who's got possession to start things off?
Well, if it goes by jump, I don't know if they're going to do a jump ball, if they're going to do possession. If it's possession, it'll be Central. Yeah, it'll be Central.
Okay, let's
if
see.
It's a jump ball then.
So this. Oh, I like this. I like this.
I do and I don't because I don't know. Dude, you'd be crushed when you 2 seconds in. Like, I don't even know. Imagine. Let's
see what's going to happen. But over on court 1, it's a 1-point game. North up 57-56 with 5 seconds to go. So it will be Central possession here. Anderson to Williams-Gardner. Shot clock's on, but the game clock is off. First basket wins in overtime. Wesley Marion, ball's loose. Etienne has it. Picked back up by Central. Weeks takes it to the basket, and Sophie Weeks wins it for Central in overtime. A huge win, coming back from 12 points down against the South. A big bucket there for Weeks. Her second basket of the game, 4 points personal, and Central take a 53-51 win over South.
Yeah, I mean, what an ending, what a start this morning. Just all the drama. I mean, golden basket, we said it's going to be intense. It could not have been any more intense. Everyone had their body on the line, people on the floor. Just what a big bucket. Make it when it really counts.
And both teams having worked exceptionally hard throughout the game. We saw them both coming out with loads of intensity, players spreading the scoring around. A really impressive performance from both teams out there on court, Isha, and Central getting their first win of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, what a morning. Really deserved win. I mean, both sides really battled it out there. But yeah, golden basket.
Oh, I love it. I think I love that.
No, I don't like that. I really don't.
Because you're always going to end on a score. It's like the Elam ending. You're always going to end on a score.
I guess, but what more could you want in life than triple overtime, double overtime?
Oh yeah, I do love a triple overtime.
Yeah.
So, leading the scoring for South, it was Tyra Smith with 14, and for Central, it was Amelia May, Wesley Marion with 17 points personal. An absolutely huge fourth quarter for her, where she had that run of 6 straight points, getting the steal, intercepting the ball, and just coming up really big. And then Sophie Weeks with that golden basket in overtime, a huge win there for Central. So that makes things very interesting and also very complicated to try and work out who's going to be the top 2 seeds.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder how there's to like point difference or something like that. Who knows? But
and over on court 1, so the North with a comeback win against London, 58-56. So 2 huge games and loads more action to come for you in around 15 minutes time. We've got the under 15 boys game here on the show court, North and London, and over on court 1 it will be South and Central. So Isha and I are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you on the Basketball England YouTube channel in around 15 minutes time. So keep it locked. You don't want to miss a second of the action if it's anything to go by.
yeah, what a morning.